The story of the 1965 Ford Mustang Fastback begins long before the car itself ever rolled onto a showroom floor. It begins in an America that was changing at breathtaking speed, where the optimism of the early 1960s filled highways with families, young workers, and returning veterans eager for something new. Automakers competed fiercely for attention, yet many cars seemed trapped between two worlds. Large family sedans dominated sales, while expensive sports cars remained beyond the reach of most young buyers. Somewhere between those extremes, a new opportunity was waiting to be discovered. At Ford Motor Company, one executive believed he understood exactly what American drivers wanted. His name was Lee Iacocca, and he envisioned a car that would be sporty, affordable, stylish, and personal. He imagined a vehicle that a young person could dream about owning, and that an older buyer could proudly park in the driveway. It was a bold gamble, because no one could be certain that such a market truly existed. During 1962 and 1963, Ford's designers and engineers worked quietly on what became known as the Mustang Project. Their challenge was enormous. The company needed to control costs while creating something that looked completely fresh. To achieve this goal, they borrowed proven mechanical components from the compact Ford Falcon, but wrapped them in a dramatic new body. The result would become one of the most successful automotive formulas in history. As anticipation quietly grew within Ford, stylists refined the car's appearance. The long hood suggested power. The short rear deck hinted at agility. The proportions felt athletic without appearing intimidating. Even before production began, there was a sense that something special was taking shape behind the doors of Ford's design studios. Then came April 17, 1964. On that historic day, Ford unveiled the Mustang to the American public at the New York World's Fair. What happened next stunned the automotive industry. Crowds packed dealerships. Newspapers covered the launch extensively. Customers rushed to see the new car in person. Within months, Mustang sales exceeded even Ford's most optimistic forecasts. Yet while the original hardtop and convertible models captured headlines, another version was preparing to leave an even deeper mark on automotive history. That version was the Fastback. Introduced as part of the 1965 model lineup, the Mustang Fastback featured a sweeping roofline that flowed gracefully from the windshield to the rear deck. Unlike traditional coupes, the Fastback's silhouette created a sense of motion even when the car was standing still. It looked sleek, modern, and unmistakably different. The design immediately captured attention. Young enthusiasts admired its sporty appearance. Racing fans saw potential hidden beneath its elegant shape. Even casual observers sensed that this Mustang possessed a more serious personality than its stablemates. The Fastback measured approximately 181.6 inches in length with a wheelbase of 108 inches, dimensions that struck an appealing balance between compact maneuverability and comfortable cruising. Every curve seemed carefully considered. The recessed grille, distinctive side sculpting, and iconic running horse emblem combined to create a visual identity unlike anything else on American roads. Engine choices gave buyers considerable freedom. Those seeking economical transportation could select the dependable inline-six engine, while drivers craving greater excitement could choose from several V8 options. This flexibility was part of the Mustang's genius. It could be many things to many people without losing its identity. Inside, the cabin reflected Ford's effort to make the car feel youthful and sophisticated. The dashboard featured a sporty layout. Optional bucket seats enhanced the driving experience. Round gauges and chrome accents added a sense of excitement every time the driver sat behind the wheel. For many Americans, stepping into a Mustang felt like entering the future. The public response bordered on extraordinary. Demand surged across the country. Dealerships struggled to keep inventory available. Stories circulated about eager buyers purchasing cars directly from showroom displays. The Mustang was no longer simply a new model, it had become a cultural phenomenon. What made the Fastback especially fascinating was how quickly it developed its own identity. While all Mustangs enjoyed popularity, the Fastback appealed to drivers who wanted something that looked more purposeful and performance-oriented. Its aerodynamic profile suggested speed, freedom, and adventure. It represented the growing spirit of the mid-1960s, when Americans increasingly viewed automobiles as personal expressions rather than mere transportation. As 1965 progressed, admiration for the Fastback continued to spread. Enthusiasts recognized its unique styling. Racers began exploring its capabilities. Collectors today often point to this model as one of the purest expressions of Mustang design, yet the beautiful body was only part of the story. Beneath that sweeping roofline lay engines, engineering decisions, and performance secrets that would transform the Mustang Fastback from a stylish newcomer into a true American legend. And those developments were only beginning to unfold. As the excitement surrounding the 1965 Ford Mustang Fastback spread across America, enthusiasts soon discovered that its appeal extended far beyond its striking appearance. Beneath the sleek sheet metal was a machine engineered to deliver an engaging driving experience at a price that ordinary Americans could afford. This combination of style, accessibility, and performance helped transform the Fastback from a popular new model into a lasting automotive icon. The foundation of the Mustang's success rested on a practical but intelligent engineering strategy. Ford engineers utilized components from existing platforms to keep development costs manageable, but they carefully tuned the package to create a car that felt youthful and responsive. The result was a vehicle that balanced everyday usability with the excitement that drivers increasingly demanded during the rapidly changing automotive culture of the mid-1960s. Buyers entering a Ford dealership in 1965 encountered a surprisingly broad range of engine choices. At the entry level sat the dependable 200 cubic inch inline-six engine. Smooth, economical, and easy to maintain, it appealed to drivers seeking stylish transportation without excessive operating costs. Yet for many enthusiasts, the real attraction lay under the hood of the V8-powered models. Ford offered several versions of its respected 289 cubic inch V8. The standard two-barrel version provided solid performance, while the four-barrel variant delivered additional horsepower and stronger acceleration. Each step upward transformed the Mustang's personality, making the car increasingly eager and responsive on open roads. Then there was the legendary K-Code high-performance 289 V8. This engine quickly became one of the most admired powerplants of the era. Officially rated at 271 horsepower, the K-Code featured numerous upgrades including a solid lifter camshaft, stronger internal components, revised cylinder heads, and improved breathing capabilities. These enhancements allowed the engine to operate at higher revolutions while delivering impressive performance for its time. To enthusiasts, the K-Code represented something special. It was proof that the Mustang could compete with far more expensive performance machines while maintaining its everyday practicality. The available transmission choices further expanded the Fastback's appeal. Drivers could select a 3-speed manual gearbox, a 4-speed manual for greater driver involvement, or an automatic transmission for effortless cruising. This flexibility allowed owners to tailor the car to their individual preferences, whether they prioritized comfort or performance. Behind the wheel, the Mustang Fastback offered an experience that felt distinctly American. The long hood stretched toward the horizon, creating a sense of command and anticipation. The steering, though not as precise as modern systems, communicated the character of the road beneath the tires. The suspension utilized an independent front setup combined with rear leaf springs, a conventional arrangement that provided a reasonable balance between comfort and handling. Imagine driving a new Fastback down a two-lane highway during the summer of 1965. The V8's rumble echoes through the cabin. Chrome trim glimmers under the afternoon sun. The scent of warm vinyl fills the interior. Every acceleration onto an open stretch of pavement brings a surge of excitement. For countless owners, the Mustang delivered not just transportation but a feeling of freedom. Inside, the cabin reinforced this sporty atmosphere. Optional bucket seats held occupants securely during spirited driving. The instrument panel placed essential gauges within easy view. Buyers could select numerous options, including center consoles, upgraded radios, rally pack instrumentation, wood-grain accents, and air conditioning. These features allowed owners to personalize their cars in ways that felt modern and sophisticated. As Mustang sales climbed, the Fastback increasingly became associated with America's growing performance culture. Weekend racers, young enthusiasts, and automotive journalists praised its combination of affordability and excitement. The car's image benefited further from Ford's motorsports ambitions, where performance-oriented Mustangs began establishing a reputation that extended far beyond dealership showrooms. What made the Fastback especially remarkable was its ability to inspire admiration across generations. Young drivers viewed it as a symbol of independence. Parents appreciated its practicality. Performance enthusiasts respected its potential. The car occupied a unique position in American culture, bridging multiple worlds at once. By the end of 1965, the Mustang Fastback had proven that it was far more than a fashionable trend. It had become a genuine performance icon whose influence would extend for decades. Yet as the years passed and these cars accumulated mileage, weather exposure, and countless owners, a new challenge emerged. Preserving and restoring these beloved machines would become an adventure of its own, one filled with discoveries, frustrations, and rewards that continue to captivate enthusiasts today. More than 60 years have passed since the 1965 Ford Mustang Fastback first captured the imagination of American drivers, yet the car continues to inspire an extraordinary level of devotion. Across garages, restoration shops, and collector auctions, enthusiasts invest countless hours and significant resources to bring these classic machines back to life. Their passion is driven by more than nostalgia. It is fueled by the belief that the Fastback represents one of the most important chapters in automotive history. For anyone considering the restoration of a 1965 Mustang Fastback, the journey often begins with a careful inspection of the body. Time has not been kind to many surviving examples. Rust remains the single greatest enemy of these cars. Moisture commonly attacked the floor pans, torque boxes, rocker panels, trunk floors, rear frame rails, lower fenders, and quarter panels. What may appear to be minor surface corrosion can sometimes conceal extensive structural damage beneath layers of paint and filler. Experienced restorers know that purchasing the most complete and rust-free example possible often saves enormous amounts of money in the long run. While replacement sheet metal is widely available, extensive body reconstruction can quickly become one of the most expensive aspects of any project. Careful evaluation before purchase often determines whether a restoration becomes a rewarding experience or a financial challenge. The drivetrain deserves equal attention. Many Mustangs have undergone engine swaps, transmission replacements, or performance modifications over the decades. While upgrades can improve drivability, collectors frequently place greater value on cars that retain their original specifications. A thorough inspection of the engine, cooling system, fuel system, and drivetrain components helps reveal the true condition of the vehicle. The famous 289 V8 engines are generally durable, but years of neglect can create issues ranging from worn bearings and tired valve trains to cooling problems and oil leaks. Fortunately, replacement parts remain readily available, making mechanical restoration significantly easier than with many other classic cars of the era. Electrical systems present another common challenge. The original wiring harnesses were never designed to survive 6 decades of heat cycles, vibration, and environmental exposure. Brittle insulation, corroded connectors, and aging switches often create frustrating electrical gremlins. Many restorers choose to refurbish the original system, while others discreetly install modern wiring upgrades to improve reliability without compromising the car's appearance. The interior tells its own story. Sunlight, moisture, and daily use often leave visible scars on seats, carpets, dashboards, and door panels. Fortunately, the Mustang's popularity has created one of the strongest restoration parts markets in the classic car world. Reproduction upholstery, trim pieces, instrument clusters, steering wheels, and weather stripping can be sourced with remarkable ease compared to many other vintage automobiles. Authenticity becomes increasingly important as restoration progresses. Serious collectors often devote significant effort to verifying a vehicle's original configuration. The vehicle identification number, commonly known as the VIN, provides valuable clues regarding the car's production location, body style, engine type, and manufacturing sequence. Factory data plates offer additional information that helps confirm original paint colors, trim selections, and equipment packages. Matching numbers and documented originality frequently command higher values in today's collector market. However, even non-original cars can be highly desirable when restored correctly and maintained with care. Ultimately, quality workmanship often matters more than perfection. One of the greatest advantages for modern restorers is the vast availability of reproduction parts. Unlike many classic vehicles that suffer from limited support, nearly every component of a 1965 Mustang Fastback can be repaired, rebuilt, or replaced. This remarkable aftermarket network allows enthusiasts to rescue vehicles that might otherwise be considered beyond saving. Market values continue to reflect the Fastback's enduring appeal. Well-restored examples often attract strong interest from collectors worldwide, while rare configurations such as K-code high-performance models can command substantially higher prices. Yet for many owners, the true reward is not measured in dollars. It is measured in the satisfaction of preserving a piece of automotive history. That enduring fascination explains why the 1965 Ford Mustang Fastback remains one of the most beloved classic cars ever produced. Its elegant design, accessible performance, and cultural significance continue to generate admiration decades after its introduction. Every restored Fastback represents a bridge between generations, a reminder of an era when American optimism seemed limitless and the open road promised endless possibilities. Today, when a freshly restored 1965 Mustang Fastback rumbles to life and pulls onto the highway, it does more than transport its driver. It revives a story that began in the mid-1960s and continues to inspire pride, excitement, nostalgia, admiration, anticipation, curiosity, and wonder. Few automobiles have achieved such lasting influence, and that is why the legend of the 1965 Ford Mustang Fastback shows no sign of fading anytime soon.